Build the youth.
Build the nation.
Destroy the youth.
Destroy the nation.
Empower the youth.
Empower the nation.
I want to sincerely welcome members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, to this New Year press conference to address critical issues bedeviling the state and youth development. I am Rotrator Comrade Winsor Baribani, the Chairman National Youth Council of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter, and I want to say a warm, happy New Year to all Nigerian youths in Rivers State. Happy 2025. We have gone through a lot of turbulence in the previous year, and we believe that 2025 is that set year where Nigerian youths, Rivers youths, will have every cause to smile from our administration, as dividends of democracy will be adequately dispensed to all levels without fear or favor. There are some critical issues that I want to lay our voice on. We want to commend the Rivers State Youth Council commends President Tinubu. Sorry, I have to pause. Rivers State Youth Council commends President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's effort to revitalizing 2 refineries in the Niger Delta region before the end of the year 2024, which is expected to boost national economy and create jobs for youths. However, the council condemns Dr. Peter Odili's recent comments against the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Nyesom, which could exacerbate tension and divide the state furthermore. Dr. Peter Odili's actions are particularly disappointing, given to his status as a political icon. During his governance, the state experienced some of its worst moments, including courtism and killing of prominent politicians. Despite this, he has strategically positioned his family and its members in key roles in governance, which is why he's serving as the chairman of the governing council of Rivers State University, one of his daughters as commissioner of health, and the other daughter as judge. Odili's history of corruption and mismanagement of funds is well documented. He has been accused of plundering $500 million of Rivers State funds to set up Arik Air, and was implicated in the $2 billion arms deal diverted by the Jonathan's administration. His action has contributed significantly to the crisis in Rivers State, and his continued inflammatory comments also serves as fuel to the fire. The council urges Governor Fubara to respect the rule of law and engage with the duly elected representatives of the people, rather than presenting the 2025 appropriation bill to a 3-man assembly. The National Youth Council of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter, remains committed to working towards a united and a prosperous Rivers State, advocating for responsible leadership and meaningful dialogue that drives progress. It is worthy of note that several courts of competent jurisdiction have laid this issue to rest and recognized Martin Amaewhule led assembly as the authentic assembly. Even the case being instituted by the governor in these various courts has also said it clearly, abundantly clear, that Martin Amaewhule is the duly respected and constituted leader of the 10th Assembly. And we expect the governor to desist from these actions that are capable of throwing the state into more crisis. I also call on the youth to remain peaceful, as 2025, by the special grace of God, will bring more beautiful ideas, more beautiful innovations and benefits of empowerment from our office. We are also using this opportunity to launch Operation One Youth, One Skill. Modalities should be rolled out as soon as possible, and we encourage our youth to grab a skill as the economy of the world is now being driven on what you can offer, not the certificates you have. Be rest assured that our administration will be committed in building the youth and ensure that whatever concerns the states and the youth will be properly looked into. God bless Nigerian youth. God bless the National Youth Council of Nigeria. Long live Rivers State. Thank you and God bless you. I am Retractor Comrade Winston Baribani, the Chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter, and the spokesperson in the Committee of Chairmen's Forum Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you.
Build the youth,
Build the nation. Well, the youth of Rivers State, like we have rightly said, we condemn these acts of impunity capable of causing crisis. First, I want to call on our youth not to take the law into their hands, not to engage in jungle justice. We shall consult with relevant stakeholders. If it means going to court to challenge that process, we'll be left with no option but to do so. Because Rivers State belongs to all of us. The funds that he is using to develop or to carry on his activities for administrative purposes is our collective wealth. It's our collective fund. We are paying these taxes and we should be able to contribute and ask questions when necessary. Rivers State is not a one-man business where you gather 3 friends who are even not currently seen as House of Assembly members because they have been suspended as, according to the information in the public space, and former Assembly members to present. We have not gotten it this bad, and we don't expect this to continue because Rivers youth are very enlightened people. But like I would say, Rivers youth should remain calm as we shall make critical dialogue with critical stakeholders, and relevant decisions that will be taken will be communicated to the youth as soon as possible. Thank you.
Okay, looking at let's say talking about the government, what can be your advice to the federal, even the minister?
Well, I would first of all say that the governor should know that he is the custodian of the state and he should act like a principal stakeholder of the state. First, he should desist from actions that threatens our nascent democracy and follow the rule of law. Secondly, I would say that the governor should focus Rivers money on Rivers people and not to spend it outside the state, looking for people that will bring down one of our best exports, which is the Minister of the FCT. He's doing very well in the FCT. And as Rivers people, we are proud of him. We don't expect that you use our money to begin to bring him down. Rather, you should support him and encourage him. While we expect that the money meant for Rivers people should be used to drive projects in the state. That is what I have to say on that issue. Oh no, democracy is about number. People were elected to represent their people from different constituencies. And the fulcrum of democracy, it is the legislature. When the legislature is trampled upon, it means you have decided to shoot democracy at our foot. And no democracy can stand without laws that governs her. So the governor, in the right of presenting a whole budget of a state, as enshrined by the Constitution, it must not be less than a certain number. As a certain number, 40, that's the maximum, and 20-something minimum. In this case, we have constituted assembly, but because of his own interest, which we don't know, he has not spoken to us, but he needs to explain why he's doing all of this. But I don't think any explanation will equal the fact that the rule of law should prevail in whatever he does. You cannot say you're doing the right thing and submerge the rule of law in debt. Rule of law is very explicit on all issues. There are laws governing on all of these things. We have not had it this bad, and we expect that this thing should not continue. And as youth, it is our right and responsibility to advocate because Rivers State belongs to us and to no other person. Thank you.
What I'm saying is, do you think that the people he presented the budget to are not presented to them?
The persons that he presented this budget to does not constitute the assembly, and they are not the assembly. Upon a right information from the Rivers State House of Assembly, led by Right Honorable Martin Amaewhule, has set obtained time or time without number that these persons have been suspended. They cannot carry out legislative functions as a person or as an individual, not to talk of gather on behalf of the state. It is wrong. It is condemnable, and that is why we are here to say the governor should retract his steps while it is still early. We have talked about this in the previous appropriation bill 2024. We expected a change, but what are we seeing today? He has continued, but I don't think this it should not be a function of pride. It should be a function of the people. It should consult widely and should not allow any single individual, probably one or two persons that their family are benefiting massively from the state, and not telling you go ahead because it benefits them. He took an oath to stand for Rivers people, to spend judiciously, and is violating this oath. So if tomorrow the House of Assembly comes up to say, Mr. Governor, with your actions, you are no longer, we don't think the state will continue to have you as a governor, do you think we will not support? We will support. But we are not waiting for that time to come. That's why we are crying out. But if that time comes, we'll rise to the occasion and we'll support them.
Do you think he should go and present the
He should represent the budget before the right constituted assembly, led by Honorable Martin Amaewhule. That is the right assembly, as recognized by law and every other court. That's it.
anything other than that?
Anything other than that is nullity and impunity that is going to brew rascality and tension in the state. And that's why I'm begging on you to calm down while we engage our stakeholders to get a way forward.